Welcome to the workface. Where are you today by, you ask? Check out there on the side. Yep, familiar settings for many of you. Yeah, I'm at Teignmouth. It's mid-January. We've had horrendous weather in terms of wind speed, rain, stuff like that, which has meant paddleboarding for the last 6 or 8 weeks has been pretty difficult. So today, the weather is calm. The tides are perfect. I've got about 3/4 of an hour before high tide. I'm going to chase the river up. I'll show you on the map up towards Cellars and see how far I can go and show you a few things along the way. So it's over to the back beach, cast off there, get going. Let's do it. Perfect.
2 6-packs of Shiner, 99-cent butane lighter, Lucky Strikes and a 5th of Patron. Ice down that igloo cooler, tank of gas that ought to do her. I can feel a good one coming on. Throw in Ray Wiley Hubbard, sing along to Redneck Mother. Any blues I had before are gone. Another working week is over, no chance of staying sober. I can feel a good one coming on.
Right folks, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I'm out on top of what they used to call the Salty. So it's a sandbank right in the middle of the Teign Estuary, and at the moment it's only about 1.5 foot deep beneath me. So I've got a 9-inch fin. I'm going to head across into the deeper channel. I was going to go up the Shoulden side, but instead I'm going to head across towards the dock because the tide is still coming in. I'm going to let that tide push me past Polly Steps, up past the boatyard and on. But conditions are glorious, absolutely. And hopefully my timing has just been perfect. So, on we go. Rare footage here. There, that's one of those pink trains. Hey, you would have thought that. That is actually what we call in the trade a cross country. If you go back to my Dawlish in Pink video, I'll show you a link above, you'll see how that perplexed me, about how that perplexed many viewers of this channel. But don't worry, do not fret, for we will get footage of our friend the GWR in due course. But first, behind me, this footage is something else that I think you'll all find quite interesting, exciting and informative. Let's turn that camera around. Over there folks, now if I zoom right in there past the Signet, there's some black birdies, as we call them, on the sand, on the remains of the Salty. And those are, and that's looking towards Shoulden, I'll go through pronunciations later with you, those birds are what we call oyster catchers. And some of you will know this and some of you will not know this, but what do you call a collective of oyster catchers? Think about it and say it out loud, say it out proud folks. That's right folks, it's an orchestra of oyster catchers. You probably kind of could have guessed that anyway. Hope you enjoy looking at my boat behind me there, which may or may not be my boat. Now we're going to go under Shoulden stroke Teignmouth Bridge. I call it Shoulden Bridge. You can call it Shoulden stroke Teignmouth Bridge if you want. And we head onwards up the river. So let's get cracking. On we go.
Get the feeling right. We gonna keep this party rocking till the break of dawn. Yeah, I can feel a good one coming on. Three blondes in a ragtop Mustang, followed us down to the lake and didn't have to think about that too long. Skinny dipping in the bright moonlight, situation couldn't be more right. I can feel a good one coming on. Yeah, we on the road.
It's glorious out here. It's absolutely glorious. Call me old-fashioned, folks. Go on, do it. Call me old-fashioned. Why? Why am I old-fashioned? I'll tell you why. Because I'm not always a fan of change, but I'm very fickle. Sometimes I am, sometimes I ain't, as they sometimes say. So, turn that camera around. This is what I was going to say. I just saw another cross-country train go by, and that was a change I don't like. But now, folks, what do we see? Let's zoom in. Tell me what that train is, folks. Say it loud and say it proud. Normality, tradition has been restored. Yes, folks. That is what we call a beautiful GWR, folks. That is what we call a GWR. Read them and weep, folks. Read them and weep. Cross country, because that is our friend, the GWR. So yes, I was just grouching to myself, grumbling and grousing, as they say, to myself and to the bird wildlife in the locality, that there were too many cross-country trains and none, as in 0, GWRs. And then, just as I was starting that little informative transport piece on this video, all of a sudden, yeah, that's why I had to move quickly, I had to react to get you at home the best footage. So please give this video a thumbs up, folks, like and subscribe, as they say, and that way you're never going to miss out on GWR footage ever again, unless I do. Anyway, let's have a quick looky around. I've got a bar, a food stuff bar and a drink of water with me, and I want to find a beach, but over there it's going to be in the shade. But over there, there isn't a beach, and over there, I can't be bothered to go all the way down there today. That's miles. I'm drifting that way though, aren't I? Shall I go Flow Point? Trouble is, the wind will be in my face on the way back, but the tide will be nominally with me. Interesting, isn't it, folks? Interesting. Decisions. On we go. Okay, I'm going to cut right now to the beach on which I will have my luncheon. Wow. Just hold that thought for a moment. Build your own excitement levels. 3, 2, 1. Here we are. That's right, here we are, folks. Where are we to now? Right, put the hat on, because when you stop, you cool down a bit. Let's flick the camera around, flip it around, show you where we are. Yeah, some of you will know instantly. We're at Flow Point, aren't we? We're allowed beneath the mean high water line, above the mean high water line, which is this line through here. I say this nearly every time. We're not allowed there, that's private property. But everything down here is owned by the Crown, and you are allowed on this ground. But if you come onto such ground in the springtime, be very, very careful, because in amongst the pebbles, oyster catchers, for example, lay eggs, and their eggs are designed to look like pebbles for camouflage purposes. So I'd recommend that in the springtime, do not go on said watery front sea type pebbled areas and the like. Okay, time for fact of the day, folks. Yes, it's Steve Dog's paddleboarding fact of the day. Paddleboarding fact of the day is, I'm surfing on the Teign Estuary. Yes, that is the estuary of the River Teign. Just say it again, Teign. The River Teign flows through, or past, Drew Stainton, King Stainton, and Bishop Stainton, so therefore it's pronounced Teign in that instance, and it ends up in Teignmouth, so it's pronounced tin at the end, so it's Teign, Teign and Tin. And just to add even more excitement, I've got 1 hour to get back to car park in Teignmouth, and I'm into the wind, but tide is now dropping, so tide with me, wind against me, better get a shimmy on, hoping to see a bit more train footage, just so you now know, and I'll be honest, equal count so far, 2 cross countries, 2 GWRs. I'm going to tell you who won today's battle when I get back. I won't film all this, I'll do that so you don't have to, but I'll tell you who wins today between those 2 trains. I'm hoping for GWR, of course, folks. Stay tuned into the very end of this video to find out who is our train winner of the day. But first of all, I've got to get back so Mr. Car Park Man doesn't make me car park loser of the day. Let's go. But before we do that, folks, what have I found on the beach? Hello. My drinks bottle. But no, look. That is a full-on common or garden oyster. That is I've never found an oyster just on the beach before. Not a real one, not a full one. Found the odd shell, but not a full oyster. Look at that. That's alright, isn't it? We'll put him back where I found him. Just in there, look. Then his mum will find him if she needs to. Right, onwards. Back at Sheldon, gone through the bridge, tide just gently drifting me along. Just look at some of these places behind me. I should turn that camera around for you. Always been a lovely little village, really. Popular, you can see why, very quaint. Played for the football team here for a few years. The nest there. It's been great to get out, start a new year of a paddle. Just got to get across the river now, and that'll be it. It hasn't been an exciting trip in many ways, but it's just been good to get out, so best just get back over there. Hope you enjoyed that. Good to get back out on the water. And you've got to get out early now because it gets late early, doesn't it? Yeah. Catch you guys on the next paddleboarding, schmaddleboarding flip side. I couldn't have said it better myself.